What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Depthsposting episode 3. Before we get into it, I want to go ahead and apologize in advance. I know all the episodes that have come out so far have ended abruptly. That's mainly because of what I use to record. It's for some reason it likes to cut out a couple extra minutes. But I will go ahead and inform you now that what you guys are missing at the end is I think it's just our social media plug. I will be sure to plug that in the description of the episode. So anyway, today I'm talking to Blake and Logan. You guys might know them as the founders, and not just the founders, just the founders of Evergreen Apparel. Evergreen Apparel is a clothing brand that they have created through the group, and I was definitely super excited to get this conversation. So, anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and head right into it. This is my conversation with Blake and Logan from Evergreen Apparel.
Hey, it's Zach.
Hey, what's up, Logan? All right, hold on. Let me just try to get Blake in here real quick.
Cool.
You still there?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
All right, are we all in here?
What's up,
Is
dude?
it a party now?
Yes, it is.
That is
I
awesome.
think I can hear everyone.
All right, that's great.
Cool.
Let me make sure I'm not... All right, we're still recording, so it looks like it worked out.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, I've actually had
Sweet.
some issues with this thing. I've been using to record the audio, but yesterday it worked out a little bit better. The first time around, I don't know if you guys listened to the first episode, but I actually had to do 2 different recording sessions because for some reason,
seriously?
for some reason it had just like stopped recording in the middle of our conversation. I never noticed. So
Wow.
yeah, so that was annoying.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I listened to Mike and Kyla's, but I had to get to driving, so I couldn't really listen to it. But I listened to about 20 minutes of it. It was really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the only one out. As of right now, that's the only one that's out. I'm putting another one out on Monday, and then your guys is out. Your guys is coming out on Friday. The only reason why I'm putting one out on Monday is because this Monday will be our or I guess I should speak in like past tense. This Monday would be our the group's 1-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So pretty excited for that. Pretty excited to do this one as well. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So I guess the first thing I want to ask is, so prior to the group, did you guys know each other, or not yet?
No, not at all.
Nope, not even a little bit.
So how did you guys actually end up, getting in talks and actually getting to know each other?
Well, like different posts about like different music. It was kind of like, oh yeah, I know that band. That's my favorite band. And then we talk about that. But then, like, especially one of the group chats. I think that's how it started. If I remember right.
Do you remember anything different?
I think so. Well, yeah. We were in a group chat, and I think basically the lovers group chat, whatever. It was just of a variety of people, and I think that's primarily where Blake and I really started talking, and so that's mainly where I met most people in the group that I do talk to.
Mhm.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I was really, I mean, I like to share stuff that I did, like artwork and stuff. So I would do that, and then it would kind of open up the opportunity to, like, my Instagram and everything like that, therefore making more connections with people. So that also lent itself to making connections.
I got you. Well, one, I do like both of you guys' artwork. I like it when you guys share both of you guys' artwork into the group. It's always cool to look at. And two, the reason why you guys' friendship is so important, especially in this instance, is because you guys actually started putting out a form of art together, which would be your clothing company. So if you guys want to go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Blake, do you want to go first, or?
I might as well. No, well, it was kind of funny, like, Logan just kind of messaged me, he's like, hey, you want to start a clothing company? I was like, sweet, yeah, sure. And you know, not because I'm a jerk or anything, but I totally was just like, yeah, what? I don't even know what this is going to be. I mean, I don't know if this is going to amount to anything. And here we are now. But, so, what we did is he kind of asked me about it, and I was like, well, sure, let's see what we can do. And so we just kind of started throwing ideas around. And well, I guess, especially me, more than probably anyone I've ever met in my life, really looks up to this artist. His name is Christian Watson, and he goes by the company branding name of 1924 US, and he is a huge influence on my style of art, the aesthetic. And Logan and I talked, and we were like, you know what, our aesthetic should take on a similar fashion. He is a guy who values, you know, handmade work, you know, traditional designs and things like that, and a kind of appreciation of nature and everything like that. And I thought, the outdoors have always been something big in my life, living in Idaho, where there is just a lot of mountains, forests, and to explore. And throughout my life, mountains and forests and that kind of just escape has always been something big for me. So to make a brand that's kind of focused around the appreciation of that in the style of that was something that I was just really, really stoked about.
Logan, got anything else to add?
That's kind of it from me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Blake summed it up pretty well. I really just looking at Blake's artwork kind of like inspired me to be like, oh, I really want to get into this stuff, but I never really had worked in this like type of media as far as like the aesthetic of it all. So I primarily did a lot of like band design and other flyer artwork professionally. I've only been doing it for about 2 or 3 years as far as professional graphic design goes. Like I worked with clients here and there, but really it's just like wanting to do something on my own was kind of something that I've always wanted to do, and for this to be as a possibility for both Blake and I think this has been like, it's been incredibly rewarding, but also difficult.
Exactly.
I think it's been an awesome experience with how the community that we're a part of, the Depthsposting group. I think that was a huge boost to not only like our signal and like getting us out there, but having just like that positive community to not only critique our artwork but also support it, because of that, is something that we never, like, we didn't really expect it was this big of an outcome from just a month of operation, and I think that's what's awesome about it.
Definitely. So, do you guys, when it comes to the, the apparel, when it comes to you guys' business, who takes care of what? Like, is it you guys pretty much collaborate on everything, or does one person handle certain objectives, or?
I draw stuff, Logan does everything else. That's pretty much it. That's what happens.
Well, okay, so technically we've split our responsibilities because, like, obviously when we want to have everyone pulling their own weight, but I'm kind of like, I guess I would be the founder of everything. Like, I guess that's who we designated as the official founder of this little excursion. And
we sat in front of a computer screen and just pounded this out one night. It was funny.
Oh, wait, what is it?
We sat in front of computers and stuff, pounding these names out for each other one night.
Oh yeah.
That was great stuff right there.
Yeah, Blake deals with a lot of like creative. He's our creative director. He deals with a lot of the branding of it all, and like while I help with designing the logo, he mainly keeps our style guide and what we want our brand to I guess embody and look over. And then we also have Nicholas, who's also in the Depthsposting group. He's kind of a behind the scenes guy. He works on our website and keeping our logistics of our site up and running. We use a lot of back end stuff to make sure our labels are done and like sent out and keeping all of that stuff in check. So he's been a real big help because this has been kind of like definitely an experiment for all of us as far as like running the business part of things, and ShipStation is like what we primarily use. So it's been a bit of a process learning that. So I think when we are able to divide these responsibilities, it helped keep the stress off. Definitely.
Yeah.
I know we've kind of like since our first release of clothing, we've kind of taken a bit of a break just because finals week is here, and we've got bigger fish to fry as far as that goes. But we've definitely got a lot of things planned to come. So
yeah, that's great. Actually, I'm actually really excited for it as well because one, I was really excited when you guys launched the entire thing. I thought that was really cool. I was definitely really happy to be one of the first people to buy and support that shirt because, I mean, first of all, even the announcement had blown me away. I was like, I can't believe, that they've actually come together and did this. And this was, not to my knowledge, whether or not you guys have known each other prior, but the fact that you guys, met each other through the community that we've all built together definitely does also blow my mind as well. I also did not know that Nick, I definitely didn't know that Nick actually had a part in it. So first, shout out to Nick, and two, that's actually really cool. I know you guys actually brought some other members on board as well with the like the club. Did I get that right?
Yeah,
like a few others, and we've also. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you can go ahead. I don't know.
We actually just kind of took like for example, there's a couple of people that like have been my friends for a long time outside of the group that are in this. One of my friends named Kendall, who is he's a friend that I've known for pretty much for the last 10 years or so, and then a buddy of mine, Bryce, who I did a sort of mission work with, church mission work with a while back, and because he is a phenomenal spoken word artist, has a pretty decent following, has a couple of music videos out, and he's a very talented artist. So it's cool to have not only friends but also other artists on there as well.
No, that's definitely amazing actually, and what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. I kind of want to go back and make a remark on the aesthetic of it. I know that apart from your, the 1924 US influence. I definitely know that you also, I'm assuming that you actually take influence from, bands that also have aesthetically pleasing, creative outlets to them as well, like Being as an Ocean and, definitely bands like that. And I actually know that Blake actually you were recently hired, right? Were you recently hired to do artwork for Being as an Ocean? Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So, I mean, if you were going to ask about that, I'd love to kind of explain that.
Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely what I was going to explain.
Cool.
That's definitely what I was asking.
Cool. Yeah, so I have been, just a massive fan of that band for pretty much the release since the release of Dear God. I can't even remember where I heard it. I think I heard it at a friend's house or something. I heard the rough mixes of, what was it, The Hardest Part and Humble Servant and I when they were MySpace songs. And
Yeah,
I sort of
that's
latched
definitely taking it back.
I sort of latched onto them. And just kind of felt, because I have always been blessed to have been raised in a Christian family with a high moral value, and for some reason, Being as an Ocean's lyrics, their message, they fit along right with that. They don't shove it down our throats or anything, but they also remain true to what they're trying to say. Recently their aesthetic has changed a little bit, but that's what first initially latched on, and since then they've continued that message of hope, that message of positivity, and that message of pretty raw emotion, and I just loved it since. But yeah, so I mean, quite frequently on social media, I'll post an art, some artwork, tagging them or whatever, and they were just like, and okay, I'm gonna go off several tangents here, but like I've had the opportunity to see them live a few times, and I've formed a slight friendship with Joel, the vocalist, I suppose. Like he'll be able to spot me out in shows or whatever. He knows me by name, messaging back and forth on social media and whatnot. There's a slight friendship there. But yeah, I think it kind of just came to the point where they were just kind of like, either A, we'll give you this job so you stop bothering us, or B, we like what you do. And so they, I got messaged on Twitter a while back, whenever that was, and they're like, hey, we love your stuff, let's make something happen. So we've been throwing ideas back and forth, t-shirt designs. Right now I have one, kind of two designs that we're really, really looking we're going to go with, but since they just recently departed on the tour with Stick Your Guns and Silent Planet, their responses are pretty far-spaced, and that's not a problem with me, but at the time being, I think we settled on the design we're really going to go with, that, we're just waiting for now for the tour to be over so that we can get the next line out. So, really stoked. Again, for now, it's just a t-shirt or two, perhaps, but I've been told that there's a very high possibility of me doing a sort of series with them, like a sort of aesthetic approach to merch or whatever. So I'm really stoked about that.
That's awesome, honestly. I'm super happy for you. I'm pretty sure everyone else is pretty super happy for you. The first time I actually saw Being in Ocean was actually at work just this past year, and their set was definitely one of the highlights of my day for that day. Oh yeah. They definitely put on an amazing show. I definitely love the fact that also Joel, even after all these years, even though, they're still considered to be an underground band, but at the same time, they're definitely getting traction. I still love the fact that, Joel is still one of those people who would rather still be in the crowd than be on stage. Because that was pretty much what it was for our work tour day. He was only on stage for, I think, like the first song, and then the rest of the set, he was just in the crowd doing whatever, and it was amazing. I loved it. So that was definitely pretty cool for me. But But anyway, I actually want to backtrack. I actually meant to ask this the first time, but I think I just was really excited to get into the whole Evergreen Apparel section. But I actually want to go back a little bit and actually talk about both of your guys' upbringing and what got you into, wanting, like, doing the things that you guys do now, like with the art and the music and all that stuff. So, whoever wants to go first, just explain, what, like, as you were growing up, what influenced you to do art? What influenced you to do branding? What influenced you, from the music and all this, all that stuff?
Let's see. That's a good question. Well, just as far as music goes, my family has always been into music. Maybe not musicians, maybe not, performers, but definitely just into music. My dad is a huge influence on me for music, ever since I was little. And I've sort of kind of taken, when I was little, he'd play for me Stain, and Evanescence and, whatever, and that kind of got me into heavier music. And then as I got older, I, sort of ran with it myself and developed a love for this scene. But as far as just art goes, like I mentioned, like when I was younger, actually, I used to live in Colorado, when my dad did some work with the church. But while I lived there, we would take several mountain vacations, and we'd take weekends into the woods up into national parks, and we would spend time just enjoying nature. We would hike and do all things like that, and that really has always been something. That's an element that I've always found comfort in. It's an aesthetic I've always found peace with. I've always been drawn to a sort of escapism. And which also lends itself to being this notion. They have several lyrics, especially in the new album, the song Blacktop, where one of the premises of the song is him, escaping into the woods to find some comfort. And that's just always been me, and I also like folk music, For example, one of my biggest favorite bands in LA, everyone knows, is Bon Iver, an aesthetic that really lends itself to escapism and nature, stuff like that. And as I got older, that really matured into going away from fascination to an appreciation and a desire to take those interests and make them into something tangible like art. So I would draw elk and wolves and bears as a young kid, and I fine-tuned those skills and incorporated other artists, styles like 1924 US or a guy Sam Larson, whose work is incredible, or people like that who sort of take those base fascinations and turn them into something, tangible, something believable. And those kinds of projects, while then not everyone finds them appealing, that's not everyone's favorite thing. I think that for me, I found peace with thinking those kind of things. I found enjoyment. I found escapism, and just simply sitting down at my desk and just creating artwork. And so, the same feeling, I feel in the woods, I try to translate on a piece of paper. So I think that's definitely what I want to try and do with Evergreen as well.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Logan, you want to go ahead and go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, I grew up in Tennessee, so I'm from Chattanooga, I lived in, like, kind of a really rural area. It's Body Daisy. It's kind of a garbage can. I would not really suggest it at all. But, but I went to school, at MTSU, which is about 45 minutes from Nashville in a college town called Murfreesboro. So, it was a really nice area, and, I think that my inspiration with graphic design, like what started me with it, was actually at high school when I started making, news graphics for our school's news, and, my teacher at the time in the media club he was a big inspiration for my career, because I originally wanted to do journalism, and so making these news graphics for the news, it kind of brought me into a different perspective as to what I wanted to do with my life, because it was just really fun, and I really liked, I wanted to own my own business, and so I thought about the business side of art and putting that all together, and I thought, well, I'm pretty good at this, why not explore it more into college? So that kind of like, that's what brought me to do graphic design over journalism, just because I love making other people's brands stand out, and I think that in projects that I work with, they have some sort of like they mean something to someone else, and I like making that, being that visual storyteller to bring it to life and help others notice like their own company or their project that they want to share with the world. And I think that's what's important to me as a graphic designer. And with my own stuff, like, I want it to have purpose. So but to sum it all up, graphic design is my passion.
No, that's definitely great. I definitely love both of your stories. I love both of the stories, and I love, you know, where it's ended up so far. So it's definitely great. Thank you guys for sharing. I definitely do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I had some other questions to ask, but I don't really remember. Let me think here. You know what? That actually might have been it. This might actually end up being like a really short episode, to be very honest.
That is okay. Anything else that you're just dying to know about us? Anything that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I definitely think I've definitely learned enough in this past, what has it been, 25 minutes?
Yeah, we're pretty interesting people. I think that yeah, we're definitely the embodiment of conversation pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
But actually, before I let you guys go, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Is there anything you guys can talk about with Evergreen Apparel? Is there anything, you know, I know you guys said you guys had some stuff coming up in the future, but is there anything that you guys would be able to talk about, or not yet?
I don't know if anything's secret, but
there's gonna be mason jars. That's there's gonna be mason jars. That's, if I don't have a Evergreen Apparel mason jar printed out of this entire business, then my life is
if I can't sip my iced lemonade out of a Evergreen Apparel mason jar, then what has this all been for?
Exactly. You know, I will definitely be one of the first people to buy that mason jar as well.
Excellent.
So that way it works, because I live in New York now. So seeing someone drinking out of a mason jar where I live, like, that would be revolutionary. So
Exactly.
yeah, I used to live.
Yeah.
I used to live, and I'm pretty sure people will probably get sick of hearing this all the time. But I actually used to live in North Carolina, where, you know, it was pretty. It was like a pretty basic thing, like, you know, having a mason jar, drinking out of all that stuff. Like, it definitely wasn't out of the ordinary like it is here. But like, ever since I moved back here about 6 months ago, probably a little bit over that at this point. But it's definitely like, I was gone for about 5.5 years, but even coming back, it's still like culture shock, because I didn't really remember, because when I moved away I was like 13, and so when I moved back I had just become, it was like right around the corner from my birthday, so I was just turning 19. And even then, like, I really didn't remember much of New York. I didn't really remember much of, like, you know, the surrounding areas. I remember like where I grew up, but coming back, to me, it was definitely culture shock. So it was definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely we'll be buying a mason jar to shock people. That will be my number
Excellent.
one goal.
Yeah, like that's Evergreen goal, to get that old fashioned kind of mountainous rustic aesthetic into the hands of anyone.
You know what you should do is that you guys should do like a bundle, and it should be like a mason jar, like just like an aesthetically pleasing looking shirt with a mason jar on it, and then also, sell that with the mason jar on it. That way people can't get enough mason jar.
Oh my god. Mason jarception.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, exactly, for sure. But yeah, before I let you guys go, is there anything you guys want to go ahead and plug your social media? Just so people can probably get a hold of you, maybe for a business or just for personal reasons.
Yeah, my Instagram, which is I guess the best way to reach me, or Facebook. My Instagram's official Logan Elmore. Just all one word, so it's not that difficult to find me. I also have my own website where you can reach out and send me an email.
Well, no, that's official.
LoganElmore.com. So yeah. But yeah, all three of those things are probably the best way to reach me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram all the time, so or if you want, you can just shoot me an email at my Evergreen email is just Logan at evergreenapparel.us. So yeah, and I guess just keep updated with anything with Evergreen Apparel on our Instagram and Facebook. Evergreen Apparel, Evergreen_apparel, on Instagram. Unfortunately, the Evergreen Apparel by itself was taken by some Indian company that no longer is in operation.
Oh, no way. What kind of operation was it? Do you guys know?
I'm looking for it now. Apparently, oh yeah, actually it's not even an Indian one, but I do know that there is an Indian company with Evergreen Apparel that's in India that they make their own clothing, but it's no longer a thing anymore. So it's really odd, but
no, I mean I was like thinking like maybe it would be like just something completely different other than clothing, like maybe it would be like, I don't know, like a tobacco company or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know why I feel like that would go well with something like that, or just anything different.
Right.
Same thing. What Logan said kind of goes with me. Definitely my Instagram, which is just.
And that concludes episode number 3 of the Depthsposting podcast. I really do sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm pretty sure I had some other questions to ask, but maybe they just were able to clear up everything, and maybe, with the questions that I had asked them, and maybe that had been why I couldn't really think of anything else. So I do apologize for this episode being a little bit more shorter than the rest. But anyway, I do thank a huge thank you to Blake and Logan for talking to me. And again, I am very sorry that this episode again did end pretty abruptly. But I will be sure to be looking around. I'll start shopping around for some other ways to record, so that way this doesn't keep happening. And thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for listening. And we will be back next time with another episode of Depthsposting Podcast. Have a wonderful day.